know you can't stop.
Ambition is priceless. It's something that's in your veins, and I put that on my name.
Welcome back to ZG Weekly, Kevin. Oh my God, what a week!
Big weekend, Steve. We're going to jump right into ZG Social.
Fantastic.
Obviously, you know, we're always looking at our programs on social media.
Absolutely.
And we're usually having some fun, a little bit more serious tweet this time around.
You know what? This is something really special. Connecticut State Tournament last weekend. The member of the Titans class lost a member, and that's just such a tough thing.
Right.
So it was great to get a text Saturday night saying, "Hey Steve, do you mind on Tournament Machine changing the name of our team? We want to dedicate the weekend to Allie, then to rename the team Allie Titans."
Right.
And I thought, you know, what's really great. Not only did they dedicate it, they came away with the state title.
They won.
Pretty special.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. So we wanted to, obviously, a special dedication there. And then on the Instagram side, Steve, you know, our partner Body Armor, making a lot of noise throughout the country.
You don't go anywhere in ZG, really anywhere in basketball now without hearing Body Armor.
Yep.
And this picture says it all. It's about our relationship with them and really how it's trending.
Yep.
You know, people get in the gym and they're disappointed if that concession stand's not open.
And Team Final, obviously, such an established program. You know, aligning yourselves with you know, teams like that, you know, you're on the rise.
No doubt.
Gonna stand up, here he comes. Tell me what it takes to be number one.
Steve, we got Coach's Corner. I'm going to let you run this with this one, Steve, because I know, you know, Captain you.
It's one of my favorite tools.
Yep.
You know, I think it's a really great thing, really for two different segments of the market. For coaches, this is a way to get your players on college coaches' radars.
Right.
At our exposure events, the next one coming up is the New England Recruiting Report Super 16, by the way, talking about improved field shape. It's like crazy.
Right.
So for our exposure events, and including VG Finals,
Yep.
you're going to get an email, coach. It's going to say enter your team roster.
Right.
You enter that roster, that instantly goes out to the whole network of college coaches. So now when college coaches come to our event, it's easy. They download the package before they get there. They know what they're looking for. They can communicate with your players. It's one-stop shop in connecting players to college coaches.
So you don't have the physical pack, you're losing it.
You don't have me making copies, wrong side, half white, half blue.
Right.
It's organized for college coaches. They make notes right on their iPad. It's really where we should be. And you know what? This way a kid doesn't get lost. We don't get the wrong phone number. And the interaction, boom, we're not calling the coach to get to the kid after the event. I see a kid I like as a college coach. Boom, I go on my Captain U app.
Right.
It's done.
And there's a link for coaches, parents, players, and then college coaches.
Yeah, it really is for all three fields, which really are three most important segments of the market.
Awesome. Make sure you check that out.
I woke up, thank God I woke up.
So, Steve, we're going to get into our recap. A lot of material in this one, considering,
That's for sure.
You know, in the footprint, over 1,400 teams this past weekend.
You know, Kevin,
participating.
a huge credit to all the parents, the players, and the coaches who beg us to bring the circuit to them.
Yeah.
And they came through in flying colors. It's an exceptional weekend of basketball. I have to say, I'm indebted to our staff. They pulled it off and put on some great tournaments last weekend.
And we had action. I mean, you talk like, you know, New England, you had the Boston Breakout really as a headliner.
It was hopping. The U, Sunday. Now, how about those playoff games? How tight were those games?
No question.
I was on the phone with a great partner of ours, Coach Del Barber over in Kingston. He goes, I was in the U. And every place I turned, last second photo finishes, like being in the old Thursday March Madness before we used to have, you know, all these channels. We used to get CBS flip them. That's what it felt like.
You know, we've talked about it before, Steve, but at the U, you know, you got 8 courts going simultaneously with 8 championship games.
Yeah, and you know what? I didn't get the luxury of being at the U. I was putting some miles on the old car, checking out the other sites. And I was actually, that's right, undercover boss, scorekeeping at Brandeis.
Right.
I'll tell you, the cool thing was all the teams from different regions coming in.
Right.
We had 2 teams from New York take home championships at Brandeis. And I tell you what, an unbelievable girls 10th grade championship game between Premier Hoops and Bay State Flash. Premier Hoops with the last second stop on defense. So it was just a great tournament all the way around.
And then, down obviously, I mean, the Tri-State, it's funny, like the breakout had over 400 teams, but in the Tri-State, 3 different tournaments, Saratoga, Connecticut states, and then the Empire.
People that know me, I loved the summers in Saratoga, but the spring was just as good. It was a great weekend in Toga.
Yeah.
You had a crazy long 40-foot 3-point shot to bring games to overtime. We talked about a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
That was the City Rocks EYBL team, ran through. They're good. Watch out on the Peach. They're going to be pretty good. Connecticut State Tournament. How awesome was the Zero Gravity Connecticut State Tournament? 275 teams, all going at it. It's great to see New Haven versus Hartford.
Sure.
Town by town, local rivalries. That's what it's all about.
A lot of pride.
There really was. Those games were highly contested, physical, but well played.
And then, moving to the Empire State, week in and week out, you're getting rivalry matchups. Teams are going against each other throughout the circuit. It's
great. Best out of 2, best out of 3, best out of 4, but new teams knocking on the door trying to add to the craziness. So a tough job for whoever's doing those zero gravity rankings this week, I tell you that much.
Not to be overshadowed, too, the spring crossovers down in Jersey, northern Jersey.
Dan Howell did such a great job running that facility. The Wayne Powell Wolfpack, dominant program. They had a really impressive win over NEBC.
Yeah.
Look for the Wolfpack, as always, to do damage further along the circuit.
And then, Steve, moving down into the Mid-Atlantic,
the collision
capital.
First off, thank you very much to Catholic University of America. What an unbelievable facility. Pair that with New 24. For those who have not been there, talk about the U being crazy 8 courts. 10 NBA courts over at New 24. So a great tournament. And I say it all the time, but I want to see, and that's what we'll see at finals, the best teams from down there come up play. So seeing some highlights from down there on Twitter, which is pretty cool. That town is loaded down there.
Great crowd environments too, right?
You know what? It just means a lot to those teams that come out, and it's a family thing. This is what we do on Saturday. We come out, we support our team, and the lines to get in the facility. It was crazy.
I can't admit, like you said, Steve, you can't wait to the finals, when you get these out-of-state teams coming up here, and a lot of great, interesting matchups.
Yeah, June 11th, 12th on the boys, June 4th to 5th on the girls. The finals this year is more than ever.
Right.
It's going to pin New York versus Boston versus D.C. versus Richmond up to Canada. It's great to see these different teams, and, it's my favorite week of the year. I've been circled, and this year's certainly no different.
Right.
Day and night, I toss and turn, I keep stressing my mind.
Steve, we're getting right into our preview. Each weekend it becomes more challenging for us to make sure we touch on the tournament. We're going to start in the Mid-Atlantic, Steve, because we're actually right outside of Philly this weekend with the Coaches vs. Cancer Classic at Spooky Nook.
For those who have not been to Spooky Nook, I beg you, I empower you, get down to Manheim, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
No disrespect, we have so many great facilities we work with. This is a crown jewel.
Right.
I think the expanded capacity is up to maybe 35, 36 courts under one roof. I wouldn't want to be a parking attendant over there. But it's a packed house at the Nook this weekend. Working with the great folks of the American Cancer Society, supporting that area. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a great, really competitive. I can't imagine what the atmosphere is going to be like there.
Sure.
Good luck site directing over there.
No question.
But that's going to be a fun time.
And then we're going to move north into the Tri-State, along with that same theme, talking about the Think Pink in Northport, raising money for...
And really, this Mother's Day weekend, we feel it's important to give back, support, breast cancer, Think Pink. So just great facilities out there in the Long Island area.
And Steve, moving into, obviously, House of Sports, always something going on. Shouting out our moms to it at the House of Sports.
And you know what? Those parents are dedicated week after week. Those teams play a lot more weekends, and I don't know how these mothers do it. And a special thank you to them. And it's funny. Maddie comes to my house Monday morning. You know what? For Mother's Day, it's small, more controlled. Just do the tournament just at the House of Sport. All I'll say is, bang on my door. We need 2 more courses. We need 1 more. So it's people can't give a weekend off. I love it.
One of my favorite themed events, which I thought was only going on the fall, Steve, but I saw the belt order come through. We got a belt battle for the belt going on.
It's not the belt circuit like the fall. That's just for the fall, and I can't wait for that. But just this weekend in Connecticut, because the belt was in New England in the fall, we figured we'd take it to this week in Connecticut and next week down south. A special Battle for the Belt Spring Edition at Connecticut Sports Arena.
Gonna love to see those pics, right, with the kids with the belt.
Waving them in, it's a great thing.
The Aaron Rodgers. And then Steve, moving up into New England, a bunch going on.
Yeah, a lot going on. First off, I always love to get to Central Mass once. I wish we could do it more often. Unfortunately, there's not enough facilities to host a lot of weekends for us.
Right.
But we are able to take the circuit there this weekend. And for those who haven't been to WPI, oh my God, that place is beautiful.
Sure.
And Clark University, Algonquin. You know, it's great to see a lot of the Eastern Mass teams play Connecticut teams kind of meet in the middle on I-90. So Central Mass Challenge this weekend. And also good, a lot of local programs going head-to-head. You have the Flash, the Swarm, the Sting, BSS, CNBA, all kind of going for their piece of Central Mass.
You just hit on it, Steve. I've noticed, in all our events being a little bit closer to Boston, the presence of the Central Mass teams is significant.
It's amazing what these club directors have done in that area. There's more participation, there's more talent, they're getting kids better.
Yeah.
And, all of a sudden there's more competition in the clubs. It makes all these programs better, and they do such a great job in that area.
And I know I was just in a meeting, Steve, our mothers in Massachusetts down at the MPlex, and then some additional sites.
Well, I'm thankful you do the staffing, not me. It's another crazy weekend in that area. You know, what I think it's a great concept. Play basketball, get 2 big games Saturday. Whatever preparation is, there might be a big-time tournament next week, and teams are getting ready for the zero-gravity Mass States.
Right.
So 2 games Saturday.
Right.
Get it done, and then spend Sunday with your mothers who they deserve the time.
And then, Steve, I love the state concept, whether it's, in Connecticut, it's in New York, it's Jersey, it's Mass. This weekend, Vermont. This weekend we have
New Hampshire States. And a special shout out to our host facilities, who are such great partners, Zero Gravity, C4, the National Sports Academy, and the Spartans, and the Rim. This tournament has grown and grown and grown every year, and it's become the event for teams to play for a state championship in New Hampshire. Right. And I can't wait to see these local games go head-to-head Sunday night when you're playing for ZG state title.
Yep.
And it's, Bedford, New Hampshire versus Manchester, New Hampshire. It means a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And these games are going to be tight. It's going to get a little testy, but we're up for the challenge.
Best of luck to all the teams this weekend, and we will see you out at our site.
And a special shout-out and thank you to all the mothers out there. You guys are the best.
Happy Mother's Day.